Good morning, everyone. My name is Selin Sanver Nasuhoğlu, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Sustainable Investment Summit as the Secretary General of TÜYİD, the Turkish IR Society. On behalf of TÜYİD Chair Başak Öge, I would like to read her message to you. Dear guests, panelists, sponsors, and audience, I am sorry that I am unable to be with you today in person for the Sustainable Investment Summit due to a health issue. As the chair of the Turkish IR Society, I am incredibly grateful for your support of this important event. I would like to thank our panelists for sharing their expertise with us, our sponsors for their generous support of this event, and finally, thank all of you for attending the Sustainable Investment Summit today. Your presence shows your commitment to sustainable investing and to building a resilient future. I wish you all a productive and enjoyable summit. Sincerely, Başak Öge, TÜYİD Chair. Now for the opening remarks, I would like to invite TÜYİD Vice Chair, Çiçek Uşaklıgil Özgüneş, and Kübra Koldemir, co-founder of SustainFinance, with whom we are grateful to be partnering in this event, to take the stage.
Dear guests, panelists, sponsors, and audience, welcome to our summit. As the Vice Chair of TÜYİD, Turkish IR Society, I'm honored to welcome you to the Sustainable Investment Summit. As TÜYİD, we have been discussing the significance of sustainability within the realm of investor relations through our Sustainable Investment Summit for many years. Since 2020, actually, we have been holding it online. And we are happy to meet you here all physically this fourth time and see such a valuable participation. This year, we feel privileged to host the summit together with SustainFinance, our long-term partner, with the purpose of making a positive change for the world. Sustainable investment is one of the most critical tools for building a resilient future. It's about making investments not only to bring financial return, but also to contribute to a better world. This is only possible by aligning our long-term environmental, social, and economic goals with financial strategies. Sustainable investing is growing rapidly worldwide, especially in America and Europe. Global ESG assets are expected to surpass $50 trillion by 2025, one-third of the projected total assets under management, according to a recent report by Bloomberg Intelligence. And ESG market data is becoming increasingly sophisticated and accessible. This is making it easier for investors to identify and invest in sustainable companies. The International Sustainability Standards Board, the ISSB, is developing a comprehensive global baseline of high-quality sustainability disclosure standards to meet the information needs of investors. The ISSB's first two standards, IFRS S1 and IFRS S2, were issued in June 2023 and are expected to come into effect in 2024. The Task Force on Nature-Related Financial Disclosures announced its long-awaited final recommendations to help companies and capital providers make better decisions about risk, opportunities, dependencies, and impacts related to nature and biodiversity. On October 1st, 2023, the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism came into effect. The full implementation of the mechanism is scheduled to begin in January 1st, 2026. At that time, importers will be required to pay a carbon charge on their imports equal to the difference between the carbon price in the EU and the carbon price in the country of origin. The regulatory landscape is constantly evolving, so it's important for businesses and investors to stay up to date on the latest changes. Businesses and investors that are able to adapt to these changes and integrate sustainability to their operations and investment strategies will be well positioned for success in the years to come. The theme of this year's summit is Building a Resilient Future. This is a timely and important theme as we face a number of challenges, including climate change, inequality, and economic uncertainty. Due to climate change, we expect to face more frequent and severe extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and significant disruptions in ecosystems and food systems. We are also experiencing an unprecedented loss of biodiversity. The Living Planet report of the World Wildlife Fund shows that global wildlife populations have declined by an average of 69% between 1970 and 2022. This loss of biodiversity poses significant risks to the resilience of ecosystems, food security, and human well-being. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, in order to successfully implement the energy transition and limit global warming to 1.5 degrees, 1,000 gigawatts of new renewable energy capacity needs to be installed globally every year by 2030. Social inequality is also deepening worldwide. Oxfam reports show that richest 1% of the world have twice as much wealth as the total of the poorest 6.9 billion people in the world. Today, with all these in mind, we will discuss with distinguished experts and experienced executives in 5 different sessions how to build a resilient future, its opportunities and risks. We will also listen to the commitments of CEOs of leading companies to sustainability. I'm confident that this summit will be a valuable opportunity for us to learn from each other and explore ways to build a more resilient future. I encourage you to please participate in all of the panels and network with other professionals who are interested in sustainable financing. I would like to thank our speakers, our sponsors for their wholehearted support. Thank you again for attending the Sustainable Investment Summit. I wish you all a productive and enjoyable day, and I'm leaving the floor to Kübra, please.
First and foremost, I extend my warmest welcome to each and every one of you for being here today. Your presence means a lot to us, and it's a testament to the importance of today's event. As we contemplated the theme of this conference, we recognize a recurrent topic, the need for resilience. Our world is constantly changing. Fortunately, Turkey's historical, political, and geographical position not only keeps us relevant in this changing world, but it also provides an opportunity. If we listen, respond, and identify how we align ourselves with sustainability trends to ride this wave of change, we can turn it to our advantage. As we looked across our global network and the various teams and discussions, we identified an opportunity to unite individuals like yourselves who can influence the business and investment community and bolster resilience within the Turkish economy. Turkey, where East meets West, has historically been a melting pot. It remains a center for entrepreneurship and trade in the region, and has always attracted investors. However, as we focus on building a resilient economy, we realize it can't be business as usual. We must make it consequential for businesses to think longer term, focus on resilience rather than focusing on short-term opportunities. Global sustainability movements are gaining momentum, and they are reaching a point where it's an undeniable element in attracting global investors. Many institutional investors these days indeed include positive impact criteria in their mandates. Therefore, the key themes of our conference aim to connect the needs and strengths of the Turkish economy with these sustainability trends. While the shift in the direction of travel is very clear, the tone set by executives and board members also matter greatly. We are happy that Paul Smith, my co-founder and former CEO of CFA Institute, will chair our first panel. It will be on how board leadership can drive change, prioritize resilience, and transform businesses toward sustainability. Indeed, according to a recent study conducted by World Benchmarking Alliance, boards that have oversight on sustainability issues significantly outperform their peers in most other matters. The second panel will delve deeper into sustainable finance, because obviously we need financial support in order to build a resilient future. With institutional investors looking for sustainable opportunities, Turkey can position itself to attract inward investment. We will discuss themes, trends, requirements on how to access sustainable financing solutions. The recent crisis in Ukraine is a strong reminder for all of us that our food systems are very fragile. In our third session, we are fortunate to have a panel of experts who will discuss building a secure, sustainable, inclusive food system. Our panelists will start off the discussion telling how our food systems currently may be broken, but they will provide some excellent solutions how to fix them. Our discussion on resilience would be incomplete without mentioning the energy transition and how businesses are adapting to clean energy revolution. We have a fantastic fourth panel from academia, finance, and business. They will provide an accurate, well-rounded picture of the current state and opportunities for the Turkish business. Finally, we will wrap up today by acknowledging that corporations also have a responsibility to help create a thriving society. Because without a thriving society, it is not possible to have a strong economy. Today's issues are so complex that no government or no philanthropist can solve them alone. We all have a role to play. Given the shifting values across generations, businesses that contribute positively to society obviously will be gaining competitive advantage. We will explore these topics with diverse business leaders who will also tell us how they are aligning their policies with sustainable development goals. Last but not least, I would like to thank the Turkish IR Society for partnering with us on this Sustainability Investment Summit. Without their help, this conference would simply not have happened. We hope it is the first joint conference of many to come. Also, a heartfelt thanks from Paul and myself to all our corporate sponsors. Your generosity and commitment mean a lot to all of us at SustainFinance.